Hello, hello. My name is Liz Ashley, and welcome to my channel. Today, we are going to react to Ned Fulmer and his wife talking together on a podcast. Before we get into that, please like and subscribe and turn on post notifications. And yeah, let's get into the video. First, let's do a little recap. So Ned Fulmer is from the Try Guys, which is a popular YouTube channel, and there were 4 Try Guys. Now there's only 2, but shout out to those 2 because they were a part of Creators for Palestine. But Ned Fulmer, when he was a part of the Try Guys, he was known as the wife guy.
My wife.
He ended up having an affair with his producer. This caused a stir online. The Try Guys had to acknowledge it, and both of them ended up leaving the show. That was 3 years ago, and now Ned is talking to Ariel in his new podcast.
Hi, I'm Ned Fulmer. 3 years ago, I cheated on my wife with my producer. It became a massive public scandal.
I'm sorry, the way he opened this is kind of funny. Also, I don't know when he started this channel, but it says Rock Bottom with Ned Fulmer. And so I don't know when he started this channel, but it's kind of wild that that's what he decided to call it. Also, the way he opens this is wild to me. He just says, "Hi, I'm Ned Fulmer." Okay? Like he's trying to sound really sad, but I don't know if he is. We'll see.
Caused a lot of pain to a lot of people. I know that I represented myself as a kind of wife guy who talked about his relationship and put that out there for public consumption.
I mean, obviously you were overcompensating for something, obviously. Obviously you were overcompensating a little bit, huh? Yeah, I think
And you, as a viewer, I know that I broke your trust.
So now I'm trying to come back to the internet.
I betrayed my spouse, co-workers, friends, family, and I betrayed you. And I know it's not just about cheating, that I was a company owner and having a relationship with a producer. Was engaged.
Is it bad that I just don't believe YouTuber apologies anymore? I just don't believe them.
In 2022, it got so big, right?
The
whole scandal, it grew and grew and grew and grew, to the point where it just became this thing that just like got so much bigger than us.
Yeah.
And I feel like I just sort of hid away from it, you know?
Same.
And going completely dark was the only thing that I could think to do. And for the last 3 years, I've just hidden behind the scandal, you know? And now,
and like, honestly, that sucks for her because it's not her fault. He did this to her. So the fact that she has to sit here and like have to deal with this or have to like even talk about it or address it probably sucks because he did this to her. This isn't her fault. She didn't do anything. He's the one that put them through that, you know? And I know a lot of content creators like talked about it and stuff, but it's still like he put her through that. He's the one who sat there and cheated and put her through that.
now I can't get out from behind it.
Yeah, because it's a big step to like sit down and do what we're doing and to talk about it.
Right. But even like going out in public with like my kids or just going out to dinner or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like the only thing that people see is the scandal.
Yeah. It's a big loss.
It's a big loss, but it's a really strange way to go about your normal life.
It's just like weird when she's talking to him about this because again, he's the one who caused this. So it's like weird that he's like sitting over there like, yeah, I agree, or yeah, and like laughing or whatever, or yeah, it's a big deal, it's a big loss. that you created, like you created this, you did this. Like, it seems like you had a pretty decent life before this, and now you have the whole internet in your business, like in your marriage, because he was such a wife guy, because he was overcompensating for things, and now she has to deal with all the repercussions. I mean, he has to deal with the repercussions, but here he is back with like a YouTube video and a podcast and stuff, and it's like, and she's still reaping the consequences of his actions, which sucks. That sucks.
Just sort of seen as the sum of your mistakes for me, and or the sum of your past for you.
Right.
And the challenging thing is it's been complicated for a while. I mean, we are still friends. We have children together. We go on trips together.
Right.
Like, you know, there's a spectrum of being together, not together.
Right.
Like there's ways in which we're together, but it's like the way that everyone wants to know, like, are you guys still like an item? Are you guys still a couple? Like, no. We really haven't been at all.
I'm sorry. I know that's not supposed to be funny, but it's funny to me because you sound so upset, and like, I get you're upset because you, like, you know, he's probably also been going through similar feelings of like, I can't get away from my past. I can't get like it's hard to get past this because it was so prominent online and because it was so visible. And so it's wild because like I said, he did that, and I get it. People make mistakes, but I don't know. Like, just like, it's a big mistake and it's a lot, but like, you can obviously see that he might want her back, or he's, you know, he's just kind of like, he's like upset that he made that mistake, and so now he's like, no, we're not together because of my actions, even though when we were together I obviously took her for granted, which is why I cheated on her with my producer, which is crazy as a boss. But anyway,
There's moments when we kind of tried, but just because you go to a Taylor Swift concert together doesn't mean that you're, you know, that all is forgiven and you're
No, like, people ask me, like, do you forgive Ned for what he did? And I mean, the answer is no, absolutely not. How can you forgive somebody for, like,
it's wild because somebody is like right next to her. It's so wild. Oh my God. Maybe this is what like maturity is about. Maybe I'm just not mature enough to understand this. Well, they have kids, so I guess they still have to like see each other, you know. I don't know.
for lying to you, for cheating on you. No. Sorry, I saw red for a minute. It's like, no, the answer is no.
We've adjusted, we've recalibrated our relationship more towards a platonic friendship, and then, you know, it's just been challenging. But like, I think we're getting to a point of sort of celebrating that and really like embracing it and accepting it for.
Good for them. Again, I guess they have to do it because I guess they have to do it because they have kids. But like, I've been cheated on, and let me tell you, it's listen, I did not have the same reaction, okay? Of course I was younger, but still, I don't know to this day if I would have this kind of reaction. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say, especially when it's something like that big and it's your producer and like you're friends with everyone and it's so just like so public. Like, that's gotta be really difficult.
For what it is, as we are like grieving the past, and you know, it's hard to hear you saying like, no, I don't forgive you. But of course I get it. I mean, you're still, as much progress as we've had, you're still very angry.
Yeah, of course I'm angry.
Yeah, she has every right to be angry. She has every right to be angry. Still, she has every right to be angry.
There was a lot that happened 3 years ago. I found out about your affair from the fans.
That's insane. There's no way. Like, there's no way I could be sitting in the same room as this man. There's no way. There is no actual way. Like, there's no way. She found out from the fans, and he's just sitting there nodding. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. There is no way. Nothing in me. No, I could not do this.
I remember we were in New York, and you were just picking me up from the airport. And I was so, like, naively, so you were driving a rental, and I just naively looked over to you in the driver's seat, and I was like, why was Grace in New York? Like, I didn't realize Grace was in New York. Why was she, referring to that picture that I had sent to you? And you looked over at me with this look on your face, and it was like the veil just fell, like this, like I knew in my brain that something was going on, but I just sort of refused to believe it. And then when I saw that, like, just wildly guilty look on your face, like you wanted to tell me something, and I didn't even let you say anything. I was like,
I feel so bad for her because I've literally been in this position. Like, I've been in a position where, like, literally all of the evidence is, like, stacked up, and like, you can pretty much tell what this person is doing, and yet you don't want to believe it. And it's like, God, it sucks because I've been in that position. Like, it sucks. It's a shitty position to be in, honestly. Like,
like, turn this car around. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember it happening like that, but it doesn't matter.
How do you remember it happening?
Oh, I mean, you asked me a couple of different follow-up questions as I just sort of answered them. And then, once I answered it in such a way that you knew exactly who it was and what had happened, then you were like, take me back to the airport.
Yeah.
That part was very cinematic.
oh my gosh.
If you were trying to be like in a movie.
Turn this far around.
There was a lot of sort of delusions and rationalizations that you, as the person doing that, sort of are telling yourself as to why it's not so bad, or why it's going to be okay, or why actually this talked about in this way. And then it's like, I remember that moment, it all just kind of like fell down, where I could see how devastated and just completely traumatized you were. And then it was just like, everything changed for me as well. I'm like, oh.
I just don't understand. Like, did he not think that he was traumatizing her, like, while he was doing it? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he thought about her whatsoever while he was doing it. I don't think he thought about her at all. I think he probably took her for granted, as I think. And I don't know. It's just like weird, because I guess if you are the person doing it, you do rationalize it to yourself, and you're like, okay, maybe, but I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. I just don't get how he's like, in that moment I saw what I did to you. Like, in that moment I saw what I did to you. Like, did you not think that that's what was going to happen?
I've been hurting this person that I love this whole time.
You didn't realize until then.
Well, you know, but then there's other
That's what I said. It's like you didn't realize until that moment.
things you tell yourself to kind of sort of compartmentalize, or I guess.
Yeah. This is so uncomfortable. This is so uncomfortable.
It's sort of a, you know, it's like a addictive cycle, kind of feeling really guilty and ashamed, and then telling yourself the ways in which it's, you know, kind of just lying to yourself, and then yeah.
This is so uncomfortable.
And I did want to tell you, and there was probably a small part of me that was sort of relieved to not be keeping a secret, I guess. Is that hard for you to hear?
No, that part's not hard for me to hear. I think it's, you know, I've done a lot. I've spoken a lot with other betrayed partners over the last 3 years, and it's something that I've heard a lot. This idea of, like, when there's this sense of relief when the partner who's doing the betraying is able to finally tell the betrayed partner that about all the things that they have been doing, and kind of put their shame onto the other partner, sort of release of their like, of all of that like,
Yeah, shame and guilt
and guilt that they've been holding. It's almost like they feel so much relief, but the partner then has to accept it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. You know, when you told me, suddenly then I had to take all of that guilt and shame of your affair, and it was so much to carry.
I feel like that happens all the time. I feel like, I literally do feel like that, because again, I've been through something like this, not this like public, but like I've been through a relationship where you've been together a while and then they cheat on you and it's like a whole thing. I've been through that, and it's wild because you do feel like this shame. You feel this like shame of like you weren't enough, or you weren't able to like keep that person. And first of all, I don't think there should be any shame that, you know, the person who decided to do that. There should be no shame for you as the partner. It's just wild. You shouldn't feel any shame as the partner, and it sucks that she had to feel that shame. And like, I guess I've never heard about that before, but the person who's done it obviously probably does feel relief. And so for them, when they're telling you, that's almost like not like an ending to it, but it's almost like they feel they have this weight off their shoulder. But now, to the person hearing it, now you have this weight on your shoulder that you're carrying, that you now have to deal with and like make a decision of what you're going to do next. And I feel like that decision is always put in the other person's like court, because the other person now has to decide, like, are you going to deal with this? Are you going to keep going? What are you going to do? It was a little uncomfortable to watch that, but I guess he wants to do a new podcast, and so he wants to get this out of the way, I guess. Wild things are on the internet. All right. Thank you to all my members. Shout out to Troy Roberto, Queen of Daydreams, Crystal Safira, Creflo. Thank you guys so much for being members. If you want to be a member, sign up and you can get member videos and posts and all sorts of stuff. So yes, if you want to help me out and help me grow, please become a member. And if you can't do that, please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all the things. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.